Hey team, today we're going to talk about leadership with Lieutenant Colonel Lisa Lamb. Lisa is a reserve officer. She is in the AGR program, which is the Active Guard Reserve program. She started off in the Army as a logistician, and now she is a force manager. She's got 4 deployments, been to Iraq, been to Afghanistan, Qatar, and she is married and she's got 3 daughters. So she's got a lot going on in her life. So Lisa, just to start off, if you could go back in time and talk to yourself as a cadet, what would you tell yourself?
Oh my gosh. So I would go back and tell the cadet Lisa to pay more attention to FM 7-8 and all of the field training and infantry operations we learned as a cadet. And it's because I thought that only guys are in the infantry, so there's no reason for me to pay attention to this, right? Well, lo and behold, as a logistician, one of the first things I did being stationed in Germany were the CMTC rotations where my platoon, a POL platoon, was out supporting the 1st AD and the 1st ID in all of their rotations, and knowing when they were going to be out there, when to refuel their vehicles. All of that was key and essential. And I didn't realize that as a cadet, so I would definitely tell the cadet me, pay attention in the field.
That's a good one, right? I mean, at the end of the day, we're all infantrymen. When the bullets start flying,
Absolutely.
You got to be able to know what to do. So that's a great tip to start us off. But if when it comes down to your number one leadership tip, or the thing that you say all the time, what is Lisa Lamb's leadership advice for our listeners?
Well, I would say you need to do 3 things. I need you to take care of yourself, take care of your family and friends, and take care of our great nation. So the first one, take care of yourself. If your mental, physical, and spiritual health and well-being are out of whack, you can't help anybody else.
Yeah, you can't lead.
You can't lead.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds counterintuitive as a leader to put yourself first, but you have to do that. The second one, take care of your family and your friends. Man, I tell you what, if your household is not in order, or things are going on with your peers to your left and to your right, the other lieutenants, the other NCOs, officers, if there are things going on with them and you're not paying attention to them and you're not ensuring that they're taking care of themselves as well, man, your team is going to fall apart. And I would say third, take care of our great nation. The trailblazers that have come before you, colonels like Colonel Lopez, myself, the NCOs, they've come before you and they've blazed a trail and they've helped to preserve our freedoms here in this country. Take care of our nation.
Those are great 3 pieces of advice. Take care of yourself, take care of your friends and family, and take care of our nation. You can't go wrong with those. Lisa, you've worked for a lot of different people. You started off enlisted in the Air Force, then in the Army as a logistician, now as a force manager. But who is the best leader you ever worked for, and what made them the best?
Oh man, Brigadier General Fletcher Washington. I worked for him when he was a battalion commander, a lieutenant colonel like myself, and I was his XO. And General Washington gave me the autonomy to lead and take care of his battalion, as well as he was really, really good. He's probably the number 1 leader I've ever met that took the time to do counseling. He actually put it in writing. And he took care of a lot of those administrative things that a lot of leaders kind of neglect. But he was just an excellent role model, mentor. Even to this day, he's still, if I need to reach out to someone, I can send him a note out of the blue.
And he's there for you.
He emails me back in like a day.
That's great.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great leader.
He is.
And something we can learn from him and from you in those words. But so Lisa, the Army is getting better when it comes to having women in leadership position and leadership roles. We've got women in the infantry now. We've had female Ranger graduates. But what is the greatest challenge that you faced as a woman in the Army?
Well, my greatest challenge has been one of a personal challenge. So I'm a perfectionist, like a lot of leaders are. We all want to do the best job we can and work hard. And it's been a work-life balance challenge to know when it's time to cut it off go home, pick up the kids from daycare, be involved in the soccer, and all of the different activities, and be a mother and a wife. And so just trying to figure out that work-life balance, how to give 100% on my job and not neglect my family, that's honestly been my greatest challenge.
And that's for same challenge for men too. There's no difference.
Right.
We're the same way, and we got to be, part in our family, just along with our spouses.
Absolutely.
We can't just think it's up to them. So that's a challenge for both sexes, I would say.
Right.
But awesome. Well, Lisa, it's been great spending time with you today, and thanks for your service. Thanks for continuing to serve as you move forward and have led our soldiers in combat and here stateside. And thanks for being on Lopez on Leadership.
Absolutely. Thank you.